Hey, okay, this is my first official sports show broadcast. Basically, I'm gonna start telling this called 32 teams in 32 days, starting with the unfortunate Super Bowl champion New York Giants. Now, other star players: Eli Manning, Victor Cruz, Justin Tuck, and Jason Pierre-Paul. I think the Giants are going to have a pretty good season. I think they'll win about 11 games, and basically, I think that the entire NFC East is going to be this huge dogfight of this year between the Giants, Cowboys, and the Dream Team Eagles. Now, with RG3 being on the Redskins, I think they could possibly be a sleeper team this year. Also, I've just been looking at some headlines here, and some of it says, here's one from the Bounty scandal, and basically it's saying Roger Goodell has filed a request for a dismissal of Jonathan Vilma's defamation lawsuit in New Orleans, which I guess has something to do with the Bounty scandal. And as all of you know, like some of the Saints coaches were suspended for it, Sean Payton whole season, and a bunch of the players were fined and also suspended for it. Also, fantasy news. I just drafted my fantasy team, and I get pretty good players. Tony Romo, Reggie Bush. Well, I think he should have a pretty decent year, hopefully. I got a star running back in LaShawn McCoy, 2-star receivers, Roddy White, Des Bryant, solid tight end in Aaron Hernandez. I got Brandon Lloyd and a few other good players. If you want some fantasy advice, leave some comments for me. I would like that. Okay, on to baseball. Let's see if we can find some all-star picks here. So, anyway, I think it's good that Hugh Darvish got in. He's having a pretty good season. David Freese as well too, but I hate the fact that Jake P.V. Watson, because he keeps crying about, oh, I have less wins than Hugh Darvish, but I should still get in anyways. But Anyway, the White Sox are pretty hot right now, and unfortunately, if they keep it up, they could be in a pennant race with the Rangers and Yankees. On the other hand, in the National League, I thought the Dodgers would have a pretty good season now that Matt Kemp is hurt and Ethier is on the DL right now. And now I'm thinking it could be a race between the Nationals and Reds. So, on to hockey now. So, yes, as you all know, the Wild have made this huge splash signing Parise and Suter. I think they're going to be a contender now. Now they got those two great players. I was hoping the Hawks signed Parise, and turns out they actually gave him a pretty good offer. And this vote on NHL.com says, what are your expectations for the Minnesota Wild in 2012/13 season? Missed Stanley Cup playoffs, Western Conference quarterfinals, conference semifinals, conference finals, Stanley Cup final, or win the Stanley Cup. I think since they still have a pretty young team and they got those two players, Parise and Suter, in the offseason, I think they'll have a pretty good season. If they get lucky, they'll make it all the way to the semifinals. But I just think so far, their lack of a playoff experience will still get them in the playoffs, but I don't see them going any further than the quarterfinal. Or if they get lucky, semifinal. And again, Kings won the Stanley Cup at the off-season now over them, obviously, and I think they will make it back to the playoffs, but that road to a repeat is going to be really hard. So now on to basketball. So again, breaking news from NBA.com: Steve Nash was traded to the Lakers, so he should have some fun playing with Kobe Bryant. And I actually think Kobe is an old man now, and he won't get any more rings, but I do think him and Steve Nash are going to have a pretty good season together. And again, although Miami Heat won the NBA title, LeBron got his first ring, blah, 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 blah. And so far, I think of their threat in the Eastern Conference is going to be the Bulls. If he can stay healthy. Also, maybe teams like Boston, possibly, maybe the Knicks, if they can have a good season. I doubt it, but well, I think they can get back to the playoffs, but I think their main threat is going to be Chicago, possibly Boston, as long as they keep Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Obviously, they just re-signed him, so I think the Pacers could be a huge threat to them. Maybe other than that, I think we could see another Bulls Heat conference matchup. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go now. Bye.